everybody, and welcome to the Wealthy LaLa show with myself, Lori Larson. Today is episode 303. I think on my last one, I forgot to say what episode it was. Not like it's the first time I've ever done that. So, yeah. And again, I got to just follow up with like what I talked about a bit on last show is like, how are you guys doing? How are you making out with all of this? I actually I went to the city today. So I for those of you who know, I live about 45, 50 minutes to a city. I live on a farm. And so I jumped in the car today. Well, actually, I needed to take my taxes in. So I went and did this drop off. So basically, they had double doors, and you could go in the first set of doors, leave your package there, and then someone would come and pick it up. And so that's what I did. So I dropped it off. It was about an hour and a half away from my house. So I went there, and then I thought, there was a few things that I didn't necessarily need, but felt like I needed, but would really complement. Plus, I had a girlfriend who wanted a few things, and I love grocery shopping. So I'm always happy to be of service in such a way. So I wanted to see what I could do. And so I went into a Safeway. It was really light to go into the Safeway and, was able to get a bunch of things. It was kind of fun because I did find some toilet paper. We have probably just enough toilet paper, and I did feel like I wanted to have just one extra. So, I saw there was 4 packages left of, I think, 20 rolls or something like that. They were the smaller Purex rolls. Like if you guys are used to the Charmin or the Kirkland ones from Costco, they're really big rolls. Well, these ones are a little smaller, but they're still double Purex rolls, right? And I think there was 40 in a package. So anyways, I got a package, kind of went back and I grabbed 2, and I started to go down different aisles, and I thought, I don't need to. So I go back into that aisle and I see a mom with a little girl, and she is got a pack of 4 toilet paper. And because there were still a lot of those ones left, and I said to her, "Do you need a bigger package?" And she goes, "I sure do." And I said, "Well, would you like one?" "No, no, no, it's okay." I said, "No, really. I realized I actually don't need 2, so I wanted to put one back." And she goes, "I would love it." She says, "Believe it or not, I didn't want to be one of those people, but I actually needed toilet paper." So anyway, so it was really fun to be able to share that with her. Then I texted my one son and his wife to see if they needed anything because they're, quarantined at home. And so I was able to do a bunch of shopping for them. And I then came home. So I actually did the drop off. I didn't see them because I just, it's interesting. I just got to say, like right now, I live really close to my grandchildren, my kids. And there is something that in my world right now, in this 10 seconds, that doesn't feel right in getting together with them. Um, it just doesn't feel like a kindness to the living organism. It's what doesn't feel right in my world. Now, please, take a look at your own world. You do what feels comfortable for you. And really, ask some questions about what is a contribution to the living organism right now. And that's where I know that this comes from in my world. Yesterday, we actually were going to go over to see our daughter-in-law and 2 grandsons because we haven't seen them in a week. They went away to a different province for a week, and they just got home. And we were actually on our way to their house, and I said to my hubby, "We can't go." And he was like, "Really?" And I said, "No, we can't go. I can't go. I don't know what it is, but I can't. I just, whether, they met someone along their travels, I've met someone, my husband's met someone on his travels, or just, it could be even just the honoring of the what are they calling, self distancing, social distancing, or whatever it is. So anyways, if you're not choosing that, please don't judge yourself. Ask questions about what actually works for you. This is what works for me. Now, I'm not going to lie. Today I had to stop by that same daughter-in-law with our two grandsons, and one of the grandsons heard me, the older one, who's 3.5, heard me come in the yard and saw me. And I could tell he was sad that I didn't come in. I drove away and I cried, people. I really did. I really did. And isn't it beautiful that I have someone to cry about? I Damn, that was a little tougher than I thought it would be. I texted my daughter-in-law and I said, "It would have been so much easier if I wouldn't have seen you guys." And but one thing that I did feel better about is that when I went into her garage to grab the couple things that she had got for me, I left them a little pack of Tim Hortons Timbits, for the boys. And so she sent me Snapchats afterwards with them saying thank you. And so, I'm just going to choose more Facebook FaceTiming and iPhone FaceTiming. And that's just the way it's got to be. Um, it was really kind of neat because after I dropped off my income tax stuff, I went into the Safeway, had that experience with that lady. Did a few other things, and then decided to go check out the Costco that was right by the Edmonton airport. And there was, oh gosh, I don't know, maybe 40 people lined up outside. So I got in the lineup. It was actually really quick. I bet you it only took me 20 minutes to get in. So there was like 30 to 40 people outside, but there was still probably another 30 people in a lineup on the inside of the store. And you just had to wait your turn. But I ended up having a lady right in front of me. Like, this is sort of what I mean is in the sense, and I haven't talked about it yet, but we can actually really make something beautiful out of this situation. You know, we just can. We can enjoy it. We can find, different ways to deal with things. And yeah. So, it's making me think of a post. In 2011, I actually shared this post, and it came up on my Facebook memories to share again. So I just copied and pasted it, and I loved it. It said, "In many shamanic societies, if you came to a medicine person complaining of being disheartened, dispirited, or depressed, they would ask one of four questions. When did you stop dancing? When did you stop singing? When did you stop being enchanted by stories? When did you stop finding comfort in the sweet territory of silence?" And this was written by Gabrielle Roth. And what I loved about that is, at this time in our world, I'm sure many of us at different times are feeling disheartened, dispirited, depressed, in some form. And so, how can you dance, sing, become enchanted, or find comfort in silence? And all of those things can be done with beautiful social distancing. And I did do my Costco thing, and I was able to get some things for my son and daughter-in-law. And I really felt like I was taking care of. Like, I asked I really do. I check the energy of something. As it felt heavy you would think, well, why don't you go see your daughter-in-law and two grandsons? But you go and put yourself at risk in Safeway or in Costco or whatever. And what I do is I follow the energy. I ask, what is the greatest thing for the living organism? And I was able to pick up things for a friend who didn't have access to some things, and for my son and daughter-in-law and new grandson, who is just over a month old. And my son is currently been sick for a few weeks, and it's not something that would have created greater for him. And I just dropped it off in their garage. I did not go in. And then I did not go into my other daughter-in-law and grandson's place. And I really get, in my world, there'll be very few people that I will be in contact with other than my husband for at least, say, the next week and beyond, depending on how things go. Um, I'm actually really excited about doing things like, I've already cleaned out a few, and I may have told you guys this, already cleaned out a few, like a silverware drawer, and I'm actually taking out things that I'm currently not using. Like, really, do I need this? This has already got me aware of, even though my cupboards are full, yes, my cupboards are full and I have toilet paper, and we will not starve. There's no way we will starve. Um, what I am really aware of is I've already chosen 2 meditations today, even with all the running around. I am doing what I can to increase the energy, be enchanted, do what is considered dancing in my world, do what's considered singing. And, for me, that's meditation right now. It's laughter. I've had some great Snapchat conversations and text conversations with friends today. I was so beautifully surprised. You guys, this was so cool. All the driving that I did today, I pulled up to a set of lights that had a timed turning light. And I look behind me, and my husband is parked in his work truck right behind me. Like, if it's not surprising he was in that place, but if you know his job and the choices that I made that put us both there at the exact same time, it is incredible. So I'm sitting there, I look in my rearview mirror and I'm like, geez, that looks like my hubby. I look, and be damned if it isn't. And do you know what he did? He jumped out of his truck. He came and he gave me a kiss, and he goes, "Now it's go time," because the light turned green. And oh, you guys, that freaking made my day. Now I know that when I'm in alignment and I'm choosing for the greater good, I'm choosing for the living organism, those kind of things get created. It was beautiful. I literally glowed for I don't know how many minutes afterwards, and just even thinking about it now, it like almost brings tears to my eyes. It's so incredible. And oh, yeah, gosh. You guys, that was so cool. Like, really, it was so cool. Yeah. I just feel so incredibly grateful. I feel so incredibly grateful for my full fridge and freezer and cupboards, and having family in my life that I can't see right now. you know? Um, yeah. I just feel so incredibly, incredibly grateful to have all that I have. And, so for those of you, if anyone is listening and you are struggling and you may not feel as blessed or as grateful as I do right now, please just start somewhere, just with something little. And, find a place where you can sing again or dance again or be enchanted by stories. Can you find comfort in the sweet territory of silence? Now, I know I've talked about meditation so much. I so get how this last year and a half of meditation has prepared me for times like this. So I've definitely been picking up on the energies, like the worry, the anxiousness that's been going around, but I can also tell that I've grown a muscle to not have it completely impact me. And when I got home from the city, there was so many things, like just the awareness, the newness of the experience of going through Costco. Like, it was like, wow, almost like, how much fun can I have experiencing this once, and doing that. And then coming home, I was wired. Like, I was so wired. And you know what I did? I sat down and I did a half an hour meditation. I allowed myself to get into the space, the out in the void, the energy of all the possibilities. And I just allowed myself to be really, truly grateful, feel abundant, whole, the oneness. It was wonderful. And I feel so much better now. I feel like I'm I'm in my body and I'm more present with life and what is going on. So, oh, I just don't know what else to say, you guys. I honestly, it just was oh, so amazing. I love how I ran into my hubby that way. I just am so grateful for that. Yeah, I'm just so grateful. So, anyways, how much fun, how much presence can be with yourself right now? And for those of you that are struggling, I really truly hold you in my heart and wish you ease with all of this. I know myself that when things have come up in life, I've had a beautiful support system that's been able to help me get through those times. Please let that be something you can choose for yourself. Reach out to someone, reach out to friends, family, whoever you can to assist yourself through what is, going on right now. That's really a big deal. It's a big deal what's going on. That's why I get to there feels like an honoring in it to for me now to stay home in the future. Yeah. Anyways, you guys, big hugs to you. I really am just so grateful. Thank you for listening, for tuning in. Big hugs, and I send you so much love and ease with all of this. Thanks so much, you guys, for tuning in. Big, 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 big hugs. All right.